Boom, we are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're all having an absolutely brilliant day so far. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Living Dissection, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their new track, which came out, came out on July 17th, and it's July 28th today, so not that long ago. And the track is called Becoming the Filth. So, truth be told, I can't quite remember how I stumbled across this band. I'm fairly sure that it might have been released on Slam Worldwide. Let me just actually check that. Yes, it was. Yeah, they released a track on Slam Worldwide called A Ghost in Flesh, which came out about 2 years ago. Came out July 1st, 2021. I heard that track. Absolutely loved it, and I didn't do a reaction video for it. I have an Instagram channel, RDG Promotions, unsurprisingly enough. If you like what I do here, you'll very likely enjoy what I do over on Instagram. So if you want to give me a follow over there, I post lots of stupid videos on my story, lots of memes, just general funny shit that I found just perusing the internet. I also post minute-long clips on my story of bands that I like, songs that I like, but I don't have the time to react to everything. And I also respond to DMs and posting other stuff on my story daily, pretty much. So if you like what I do here, go follow me over there, or not. I can't tell you what to do. What I used to do on my Instagram was I would do shout-out videos where I would just talk for 10 minutes on a song, and then just tag the band, and that would be the way that I kind of reach out to them. I couldn't actually find that video that I did on my Instagram. I've done a lot on my Instagram, so maybe I just missed it or I didn't scroll back far enough. But that's how I came to. I'm fairly sure that's how I came to know this, to know these guys, and. So then it was July 18th. Hey man, we'd love to see your reaction to a new single. Keep on keeping on, and so on and so forth. And that is the backstory to these guys. So before we start, we're going to check out one of their older songs. They released a 5-track EP called Internal Malignance, which came out in 2020. I was taking some notes for the band, obviously. Let me actually read those notes out to you. May as well, since I actually wrote them all down. Living Dissection. So, Internal Malignance. Very atmospheric, very stripped back death metal. Brutal sounding vocals, huge breakdowns, and I also wrote as well unique vocals. That's why we're going to play track 4 off that EP, which is called A Heap of Rotting Dead. And then their track Ghost in the Flesh. Mid-paced death metal, very chunky, great mix, creepy guitars, unique vocals, breakdown, lurches, grooves. Like these guys do everything. Living Dissection are kind of are one of those bands where I can't quite put them into one category. They're kind of like if the bridge between a straight death metal band is here, and then you've got deathcore on this side, and then you've got just death metal on this side. These guys are right on the line. They kind of dip their toes into both parts, which is kind of weird because I know that deathcore is, to put it simply, it's a mix of metalcore and death metal. So when I say that a band is a bit more death metal than deathcore, that maybe doesn't really quite make any sense. But they've got a lot more. There's a lot of like straight death metal stuff in their songs. There's also a lot of just very unique stuff as well. So I'm not quite sure what category to put them into. But so we're just going to listen to A Heap of Rotting Flesh, Dead, Heap of Rotten Dead, just to get everyone, just so everyone knows what we're getting into, and then we will go from there. So I introduce A Heap of Rotting Dead by Living Dissection. I don't know about you guys, but I am most certainly in the mood to check out their latest track. So, but yeah, as you can, very interesting, very interesting vocal style that the guy's got. He's got that kind of like forced style of doing lows. It sounds very airy, very chesty. I don't quite have the terminology to describe it accurately, but yeah, he's a very interesting vocalist, and yeah, great song, really great song. Okay, all right, Living Dissection, Becoming the Filth. Let's go. Okay. Living Dissection. Becoming the Filth. That was fucking awesome. That was really cool. So, first thing. They're in the woods. They're dressed like it's going to be super blackened, like really black metal. And then the song only goes on for 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Interesting. I think it really worked. It wasn't like a padded song. They didn't have to add like symphonic elements or choir or, like anything like that just to pad the song out a little bit. The song was the right length, but just interesting. Interestingly short song by these guys. Which I think it might be the shortest song they've ever done. I expected it to be a little bit longer and a little bit more kind of like a little bit more grandiose, just because of how they were dressed and like the setting of it and all that. But they decided to flip the script and actually just have it being actually one of the shorter songs, maybe the shortest song that they've actually made. Interesting choice. Hold on, I Got to make sure this isn't an emergency. It's not an emergency. Yeah, interesting. Interesting choice. Right. Let's go. So the first section I want to highlight here is about 55 seconds in. We'll go from here. So those background creepy sound effects, when you hear there's a really nice touch in this. I'll say exactly when it is. You can hear it really clearly just before the just before the blur. Very nice, very nice. Not going overboard with the kind of blackened-ish sound as well. Not not padding the song out so it goes on for 5 minutes or something like that. Right, next bit, round about here. Yeah, those little on the snare, I really dig that. It's got, with the drum rolls and the creepy ambient stuff, and again there's a couple of that was the worst rendition of that ever. Please ignore. That kind of there's a lot of brutal death metal vibes coming through on this song. This is why I think these guys are kind of right in the middle of being a brutal death metal band and a deathcore band. They've kind of put the two of them together. Lots of brutal stuff here. A lot of the chunkier, slower sections remind me of brutal death metal bands rather than just straight death metal bands. It gives the song a lot of weight. It's heavy in both senses of the word. It's heavy because it's heavy as fuck, but it's also just got a kind of tangible weight to it. It's just a very, 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 very powerful song. And they do a lot, and they make it very epic, but they make it very epic in under 3 minutes, which I think is I'm very impressed by that. Very, very impressed. The whole thing's got a kind of epic vibe to it. You expect the song to go on for maybe 6 minutes or something like that, and there would be a full you can imagine a bit with just after a breakdown where it goes, and then some piano starts playing for 30 seconds, and then that goes into then the lead singer starts windmilling or something like that. But epic, but also very direct and to the point. I like it a lot. I'm very, very impressed. Very, 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 very impressed. Like the music video, like the mix. There was a couple of sections where some of the creepy sound effects were like a little bit a little bit quiet. You kind of had to like search for them, which is a minor criticism, really. It's barely a criticism. There was a couple of sections where I was like, that could possibly be a little bit louder. And then, you know, just before the blur, you could hear it, like you could hear the background creepiness just like kind of like sneak in a little bit when there was not too much else going on. But other than those minor criticisms, that was really, really good. Good and unique as well. Love the tone that the guy's got on his vocals as well. Music video looked great. Mix was great. Nothing but a glowing recommendation from me. Love Living Dissection, and yeah, can't wait to hear more. That was really, really good. Hopefully we get an EP or possibly an album next. But yeah, great work. Really, really great. So, as per usual, if you scroll down, you will find a link to the music video that we just watched, which is on Slam Worldwide, because why not? You'll also find links to the band's social medias where you can buy some merchandise. One of the best things you can do to support bands that are at this level is buy merchandise. It just puts money directly into their pocket, and it helps them with, like, you know, the cost of just, you know, because it's actually quite expensive to actually make music that sounds like this, you know. So go buy some merchandise if you really want to help them. You also find links to where you can stream all the band's music, get their stream numbers up. That really helps as well. Just do whatever you can. Slide into their DMs, let them know how much of a good job they're doing. Leave a comment on all their posts on Instagram, like, you know, like all their stuff. Just like, you know, just go nuts and like all of them. That just do whatever you can to help, because these guys are really cool, quite unique. And yeah, very consistent. They've been consistent for the 3 or 4 years that they've been a band as well. So yeah, very excited. Cannot wait to hear more. So one more time, Living Dissection, Becoming the Filth. Go check that shit out. I'm going to go and jam it another couple of times. Thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.